Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Fallout 76 news video. Today we have a little bit of extra information about Season 9, including some absolutely gorgeous new concept art and a little bit of information about the background story to the season, along with information on this summer's events through the new community calendar as well. So let's jump in and take a look at it all. Okay, so yeah, we've got some cool new information here, a little bit of background stuff, some really nice stuff to have a look at, as well as information on all the events coming up this summer in 76. So definitely some cool stuff in here. There's a bit of repetition, so we'll go through this perhaps a little more quickly than I normally do, but definitely worth a little look at it. So let's kick things off with a look at the absolutely gorgeous new artwork. So we've got a stunning sort of splash screen here for Dread Island, the new season, which looks absolutely gorgeous. And I've said this before, and probably will end up saying it again, but I'd love to see Bethesda sharing this more widely and giving us versions of this to use as desktop wallpaper and stuff, because the artwork they're having done for this stuff is absolutely awesome. I mean, just look at this. So I'd love to be able to use this as wallpaper, but unfortunately, we don't have a version that is the right proportions, apart from a 1080p one, which is a bit on the small side for me. So, yeah, absolutely gorgeous, but let's actually have a look at this post and see what the meat of it is. Okay, so inside the vault, conquer Dread Island during Season 9. So, Season 9 begins on June 14th, okay, we knew that one, we got that information last week, so it's cool, nice to have a reminder though. Arriving with Test Your Metal. Read on to learn what's headed your way this season, including a new scoreboard, Fallout First enhancements, tons of rank up rewards, and a fresh round of radio plays and more. And a look at our latest community calendar as well, which runs through the summer, so very cool. Here's the overall sort of title art, which is really nice. This is the big version. And yeah, this is what I would really like to have as wallpaper and stuff, and a full 4K version of it, because I'm sure Bethesda have got one. And that's so gorgeous. I love it. I love the style, I love the look of it. Obviously, the quality in general looks absolutely fantastic. It would make wonderful desktop wallpaper, and I want it. So, I've got the Franklin family, who was left riding high after embarking on an ambitious flight around the world. That is, until a turbulent storm led to a crash landing over uncharted territory, referred to by locals only as Dread Island. The island's ever-shifting environment is brimming with hidden treasures, ancient civilization, and natural wonders waiting to be discovered. But it hides many dangers as well: cutthroat bandits, ferocious even, beasts, and the fury of nature itself threaten even the sturdiest adventurers who happen to wash up on Dread Island shores. Now, the only known survivors of that hapless flight, Anna and Amelia Franklin, have put their faith in H4RT, the family's Soltron bodyguard, for protection. This has a lot of potential to be an interesting story, so definitely want to get stuck into those radio plays. I'm looking forward to that. Will they manage to find a way off the island or remain stranded forever? Find out and follow along as the Franklin children and Hart explore Dread Island by ranking up in an all-new Heart of Steel, a Dread Island Tale scoreboard during a Season 9 journey. So, there we go. Here's a first look at the new scoreboard, which looks pretty sweet. I really like the design style of this one. Love that kind of old map style. It's really cool design. Really nice piece of artwork, that. It's got ever so slight Uncharted vibes in the scoreboard there. Obviously, that's about the limit of the Uncharted vibes, but still. It's quite cool. I do like the design, and a little splashes of artwork here and there are really cool as well on the story. So looking forward to exploring the background of this one as much as anything else. It takes a different direction to a lot of the previous stuff, and more kind of sort of children's adventure story style rather than sort of the comic book stuff, which is cool. It's definitely got a lot of potential, this, and would be quite fun. So, down here we've got Season 9 will begin with the arrival of Test Your Metal on 14th of June. Once it does, you'll be able to kick off your season journey and start claiming a bounty of in-game rewards as you rank up on the Heart of Steel, a Dread Island Tale scoreboard. Alongside a suite of new rank-up rewards, we're introducing several scoreboard elements for Fallout First members, and you can catch the details below. So that's those here. I'm not going to go through them all right now because I went through them in last week's video, but I will link that up in the corner and if I remember down below as well. So if you want to check that one out and get the ins and outs of that, you can do. Definitely some cool stuff in there. We've got a little look at the first few rewards here as well, which is cool. Oh, incidentally, worth mentioning, those of you who have made the transfer from Bethesda.net to Steam, as I have done on PC, the reward for doing it within the transfer window, the initial 2 weeks of that transfer, will apply once this season goes live on the 14th of June, or thereabouts. So you'll get 10 ranks automatically as you're logging in. at some point. It may not be day one, but that's when that is going to come in rather than any other time. So useful to know. Obviously, that only applies to those who switched over from Bethesda Net to Steam, so just an FYI. But fresh season rewards. So we haven't got a full list here, and if Bethesda do share one, I will of course be all over that and having a look at them. But there's some really cool stuff here that I'm liking the look of. So the Heart of Steel Dread Island Tale Scoreboard. That is a mouthful, that title. Cool, but it's a mouthful. Will include a host of new rewards for you to claim as you rank up, including many that you may already be familiar with, conceptually at least, like in-game currencies, consumable perk card packs, cosmetics, and outfits. You will also be able to step into all new sets of Blackbird, Elite, and Mercenary Company power armors, equip new skins for weapons like the shotgun, super sledge, and bow, and don Raider-themed sets of armor. If you're looking to redesign your camp, we've got you covered. Try your hand at an arm wrestling machine to temporarily buff your charisma. Seems a little counterintuitive, but okay. Or rustle up some grub like a pioneer with the Chuck Wagon cooking station. So let's have a look at some of these. So doing a little scroll, I really like this one first off. A lot of the more rounded styles of power armor so far I don't think look that great. That's just me maybe, but whatever. But this one I actually do like the way it's come out. I'm guessing this is Ultra Sight with the new skin on it. I'm guessing, I'm not sure, but the way this actually looks works really, really well, and I like that look a lot. It's very cool. Next one down, this would be the, where were we? Mercenary Company power armor. Obviously we've got the Hellcats logo there on the chest, a few extra bits and pieces. It's not particularly exciting, that. I don't particularly like the T65 that it's on anyway. I don't think it looks very good, but yeah, okay. I'm guessing this is the one we earned through the course of the journey. And then this will probably be the rank 100, although it could be wrong, actually. It could be the other way around. But in either case, nice to have some power armor on this one after we didn't last time, so that's cool. So we've got some armor skins here that are quite cool to have a look at. Kind of gold-looking, sort of Raider-themed power armor. I'm guessing this is more angled towards the Rust Eagles, the new group that will be coming in with the Test Your Metal event. So this is focused on a new sort of subset of Raiders who are building warbots, so quite a cool little event, that one. But this armor set looks interesting. We've got a bit of a gold tint here to... this will be the robot armor, I think. It looks like, the heavy robot armor. So that's quite cool. Very, very Raider. This is the Secret Service armor with it, which is almost unrecognizable. It looks like rusted metal, which is a big change from the base sort of texture and model of it, which looks kind of plasticky and weird, certainly compared to the rest of Fallout. But yeah, this actually looks quite cool. And that Secret Service helmet there. If you're into a more Raider build and you want to show off your Secret Service armor at the same time, have it look a bit beaten up, I could get behind that. That's quite cool. That's definitely a striking look. And the rust is quite nice on it as well. A very interesting looking and quite formidable looking outfit here. Lots of spikes and stuff on it. It's definitely an outfit rather than anything else, this one, I think. I like the little details on the gloves as well. Those are quite cool. Yeah, nice. I like that. Definitely cool. That mask is suitably intimidating. Reminds me a bit of Mick from Slipknot. His mask looks a bit like that. I wouldn't be surprised if some inspiration was drawn from that. So, quite cool, but definitely works. That's very cool. So we have a double-barreled shotgun skin, which is odd. It's actually quite a high-tech looking one, looking at the stock here. But that's quite nice, quite clean looking. It's in the vibe of the Settler stuff from the new event that's coming with Test Your Metal again. Obviously, there's a Rust Eagles event, that's Test Your Metal. There's the Settlers theme one, which Eviction Notice, I believe that one's called. And there's a shotgun in there that's actually a combat shotgun that looks a little bit like this. That's actually unique and has unique legendary effects and stuff, or a unique combination. But it's a similar sort of style to this, similar. But this is quite nice. I like the little bits of gold detailing on that. It's a very different tone. Looks quite cool, clean, sleek, and high-tech for a bit odd on a double barrel, as I say, but it's still quite cool. It's nice to finally have a double barrel shotgun skin. So we have a Rust Eagles, I'm guessing again, a Raider-themed Super Sledge skin there. Not overly convinced about the Super Sledge skins myself. So far, I'm not the biggest fan of them. They don't show their style particularly well to me. But still, if you're swinging one of those, it's quite cool. A new bow skin, which is decidedly creepy. I think that will work with Mothman cultists in particular, made out of bones and stuff. Yeah, that's weird. It's quite cool, though. Pity the bow's pretty useless for in-game, but otherwise it's quite cool. Here's the new cooking station. So I have kind of two schools of thought on this one. I like it. It's really cool. This picture doesn't do it justice, incidentally. Something about the black background and not being in the game world really doesn't flatter the item at all. It does look better in-game. However, it is quite cool. The flip side to that, however, is we have got a butt ton of different cooking station skins, styles, models, etc. But very, very few of the other ones. And I think we've got one Tinker's Bench style other than the base one. We've got maybe a couple of the others as well. And absolutely loads of cooking stations. And I, for one, don't even use cooking stations anymore. So personally, I'd like to see less cooking stations and more of the others. But this is still cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting my hands on it. I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm definitely doing something. So looking forward to that. It would fit in my last camp build, actually. That would be quite cool. And there is the arm wrestling machine, which gives me distinct kind of hugging machine vibes, actually. But nonetheless, it's a strange idea that I bet was certainly built in the real world. Definitely that kind of weird. But yeah, Vault-Tec themed, definitely. We've got the Vault Boy on there. I quite like that. That's very, very cool. If you want to make sort of a wacky arcade type of camp, I could certainly see that fitting in quite nicely, along with a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, that's quite fun. The Seasons website, apparently, is here with a whole load more stuff. I missed this on my first look through, so I will investigate that, and if it does have the rest of the rewards on it, we will deep dive into that in another video, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So yeah, definitely looking forward to diving into that. So, tune into new radio plays. We touched on this last week as well, so we'll skip over this a little bit, but get more of the gorgeous artwork. You can check out the first episode of the radio plays for Dread Island on YouTube now already, as it says here. It's also going to be in this post, which, as always, I'll link down below, so if you want to catch it there, you can. And that'll give you a head start on the story if you want to, or you can wait until you get to the scoreboard, which will be about 10 days from now, and check it out through there as well. And I assume it'll appear on Pirate Radio as well, so that would definitely be cool. Definitely looking forward to checking this stuff out. Very, very cool. So, coming to the last couple of points, we have the new community calendar here, which is very cool. I'm going to go through this relatively quickly and we'll look at the key points. But there are some interesting bits and pieces on this. So this is repeating June, as they usually do with this stuff. And we have, starting with the 2nd of June, which is today. So we have Hunt for the Treasure Hunter, our double mutations kicking off this weekend, which is very, very cool. And so we've got plenty of stuff going on here over the next few months, and most of it's the usual stuff we would expect. So we've got Test Your Metal here on the 14th of June. That's the next big update, 10 days out from now. Looking forward to that. What else have we got? Mothman Equinox seasonal event is coming back for 2 weeks. That is on June the 28th, sorry, through till July the 12th. So very, very cool. Nice to have that one back. Bit of an odd timing for it. That is neither an equinox nor even a solstice, so why they put it there, I have no idea. The week before would make slightly more sense, but okay, whatever, that's fine. Nice to have the event back nonetheless. The playing of it is probably more interesting than the timing anyway. Jumping through to July. Not the most incredibly exciting month in July. Nice to have a few bits and pieces and useful sort of weekend stuff going on. But the big one there will be Hunt for the Treasure Hunt again, which will be in 2 months, at the end of July, rolling into August. And it couples up with the Double Mutations weekend as well. So this weekend, they've not said anything about new rewards in Hunt for the Treasure Hunter, so I'm guessing it's the same stuff we've had for a while now. Personally, not too bothered, as I said last time, because I still need a whole bunch of that stuff. But hopefully, one of the later ones that we've got lined up down here might include some new rewards. That would be nice. I'd also like to see some new Daily Ops rewards, because we'll be diving into Daily Ops again with a new season, and there's not a lot to get from it at the moment, at least not for me, having gotten all of them so far, so... But no word on that either, so hopefully we'll hear something sooner or later. Anywho, looking at August, we have more bits and pieces going on here, including a double XP weekend on the 18th to the 22nd. Not too bothered with double XP anymore, really. Once you get to a certain point in your character's development, double XP is kind of by the by, apart from getting you a little boost on the scoreboard, but still, there it is, 18th to the 22nd. But that coincides with 2 helpings of Meat Week, which are running through from the 16th through till the 30th of August. So this is the big main Meat Week of the year. Obviously, it usually happens in August, so that's it there. If we're going to get new rewards, this is likely to be when we get them. We'll hear more about it much closer to the time, of course, but for now, that's where it's going to be, middle of August, or second half of August, rather. So looking forward to that. Hopefully they'll have fixed the issues they had with the attempt to run it recently, which was that the rare rewards weren't dropping at the rate they were supposed to. I'm guessing they either have fixed it or are expecting to fix it, otherwise they wouldn't have put it out on this. But fingers crossed that all goes according to plan. And then jumping into September, things thin out a little bit on this one. We are looking way further ahead there. They'll probably overlap as they usually do, as they have done with June here, and give us a bit more information come, well, I guess August. However, we do get a mention of new storyline, season and more, and a community camp creations theme of industrial. And if that doesn't scream, this is where the Expeditions update is going to be, pretty much nothing will. So I think we can take that as their target period. My guess would be early on? Well, yeah, it's usually the early part of the month, so the first 2 weeks. So somewhere in there we're likely to see Expeditions hit the live service if all continues going according to plan. Speaking of Expeditions, incidentally, I have another video coming up fairly soon in the next couple of days talking about the most recent changes Bethesda have made to Expeditions on the PTS. And there is some very, very cool information in that one. But that is for another day. So, rounding it out, on June 14th, Test Your Metal Update will bring 3 new permanent public events. So that is Test Your Metal, Eviction Notice, which is a settler one, and Moonshine Jamboree, which is the Raiders theme one that's in the Mire for some strange reason. Cool event, odd placing and linking, but yeah, good fun event. There's cool new rewards on them. They'll add a little bit of flavour into the number of public events that we've got to do. Definitely looking forward to getting stuck into those. I've done previous videos on them that you can have a little hunt around on the updates playlist or something if you want to check out on them, or just type it in the search bar, it'll pop up. So if you want to know a little bit more about those events, definitely check those out. But corpse highlighting, that's another good thing we can have in there. As I understand it, that's in the settings and you have to switch it on manually, which is worth knowing about, but also a good thing, because if you're not into having corpses glowing, then you don't have to. So that's probably not such a bad thing. Until next time, we'll see you in Appalachia. Yeah, there we go. I really like this new artwork. So, yeah, a lot of repeated stuff from last week here, but nonetheless, some interesting sort of additional depth to it and information. If you want to check out those radio plays, you can dive in already and check those out. It's quite cool. Definitely need to catch up with a lot of that stuff in-game myself. Really, really want Bethesda to start putting this artwork out and all the backdated stuff as well, because there's a lot of absolutely gorgeous artwork they've done in the last 18 months or so, give or take. And it's absolutely stunning and really deserves to be kind of pushed out there a bit more rather than just used as marketing material. Kind of selling it short a little bit, that, in my opinion. So I'd love to see Bethesda get on that and get it available to us, because... And also let us know where we can, you know, cheer and shout and rave about the people doing this work, because, yeah, they deserve a big high five, because, damn. But, yeah, some cool stuff. Community calendar is about where we'd expect it to be. A couple of seasonal events, some weekend events that are more interesting than others, usual extra script, extra caps, extra surplus, extra bullion, rather, coming up throughout the course of the next few months, which is about the usual stuff we expect. Obviously, we won't be getting seasonal events at this stage until later on in the year, because there's sort of part of big updates that's lined up for, so got to keep an eye out for that. Probably in December, I would guess, be the next big update on that. But of course, we've got Expeditions in the meantime, and the Test Your Metal rewards. So we've got 10 days before this update goes live. Obviously, it's a week on Tuesday, so I'm guessing next week we'll get a whole bunch more information on it as well. Probably the much predicted, at least by me, look at the actual events and what Bethesda have to say about them specifically, as opposed to just what I have to say about them. Take a pick as to which one you're more interested in. That will probably come next week, I would expect. So do watch this space for that one. And, of course, I'm going to dive into the season's webpage and stuff and see if the rewards are up there, and get on to bring you a more detailed look at the rewards in the next couple of days. Also hoping to have a camp build for you fairly soon. That might get pushed till next week, given the sudden increase in the number of videos I've got to make. So we'll see where that comes out. And I have yet to achieve some inspiration, so feel free to throw ideas at me if you happen to want to see me build something. But on that joyous note, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope this has been interesting and informative to you. And yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. So do hope you guys are looking forward to the new season and stuff as much as I am. I think it's going to be good fun. If you get a chance, do please hit those subs, likes, etc. and etc. for me. I do very much appreciate it. And check out the social media links, merch store, channel memberships, all the other buttons down below the video as well. It really, really helps out, and I very, very much appreciate it. And if you get a chance, of course, as always, do join us for live streams as well. With the start of the new season, we'll be jumping back into that in Fallout 76, as well as continuing our challenge run as well. And we are, of course, playing Mass Effect 3 at the moment. We just got to catch up with Tally again recently, which was really good fun. So do hope you'll join us for those. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.